Hello there. Welcome to another live stream. Ooh, I'm tired today. Very tired. Okay. Okay, so today's stream was supposed to be Minecraft. But we ran into some issues setting up the server or world, I guess. Namely, I can't get Minecraft Bedrock to work anymore. It doesn't launch. It literally just straight up says failed to launch game or whatever, something like that. So I can't even play Minecraft Bedrock to set up the world to allow people to play with me, which sucks. Hello Tree 2, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. So I guess we're gonna have to put that on hold for now. I will probably reach out to Mojang, I guess, at some point, because I can't really find anyone else with the exact same issue I'm having. At least from a recent, occurrence of this particular issue. I don't know if this is an issue that's happened before, but I've reinstalled the launcher, reinstalled the game, restarted my PC and all that, and I just can't get Minecraft Bedrock to launch. I can get Java to launch.
Very catchy. Sit down. Cousin Nico.
Hold
That's
on.
it, Nico. Not
Wait for
big
it.
mouth prick. You funny guy.
I try.
Yeah, I can get Java to launch. I can launch Java as normal, but not Bedrock. We need to do Bedrock because that's the only way I can play with console players. And I want to allow console players to join in. Everyone on PC has Bedrock Edition, technically. At least at this point. Alright, what are we doing? Chocolate? We are doing the Polaroids of the Quiet Apocalypse Challenge. It seems I am in Mystery Lake. Doing who knows what. Whatever the fuck I was doing. Let me pull up the document. So the Polaroids of the Quiet Apocalypse Challenge is my take on a camera-themed challenge. Specifically focusing on the Polaroids that are already in the game, but we also do need the camera as well. So you do need the expansion for this challenge. So first you need to find the 27 Polaroids that are already in the game that have a vista tied to it. Lost my train of thought. And you need to map the vista as well. So you need the 27 Polaroids and to map the vista as well. Attached to those Polaroids. You also then need to take 2 pictures in each region. So that's 16 total regions, including transfer pass, for a total of 32 pictures with the camera. They have to be in color. Totally forgot about that. I gotta add that in the rules. They have to be in color. And it's specific locations that are listed in the document. Basically some of the more iconic locations in each region. And then you need to take those pictures and then take woodworking tools and make frames for those pictures that you took. Not the 27 Polaroids, but the pictures, the 32 that you're going to take. And put them on a wall here in Camp Office. Is there a good wall we can do that in? Oh, maybe this one. Can you remove this? You can break it. Okay. Maybe not that one because the paint is peeling off of that. Or not paint. Wallpaper, I guess. This might be the ideal one right here. So we're going to have to move our friend here. But we're not done with the challenge yet. We're like... want to say 2/3 of the way done. This is a lengthy challenge indeed. So there would be a time frame listed in the document. But honestly, I might not even add that in because... we're just having a blast with this one. This one's more of a casual playthrough than anything. And I've totally been distracted a lot. You could probably shave off 10 days off of my current run time, and I still would have all of the same progress. I'm just so bad at keeping myself on track that I've definitely been distracted quite a bit. Cassie, you had a comment? Because that's the main game of my Minecraft Java's behind. See, yeah, it's so weird because Java works, so it's weird that Bedrock isn't working. Like, Java launches like normal, but Bedrock doesn't. It just says game failed to start or something like that. Bedrock doesn't require a Realm account. All I'm doing is starting a world, a public world. It's just like an open world. You don't need realms for that. Realms is when you want to mod it, when you want to have like actual mods in there, when you have a password and everything. But that's just a server through Minecraft, like Mojang proper or Microsoft, whatever. A normal, regular ass world where your Xbox friends can join. That's what I want to set up. But I can't even get Bedrock Edition to launch, so it doesn't matter. We're not going to focus on that right now. Put this away. We need what the hell? What is that? We need sticks. So we'll grab them when I'm outside. Okay, we got plenty of that. We got plenty of meds. Clothing. I think we're good. We're solid. Nothing to put away, right? No.
Well,
oh yeah.
Lumbago. It's very serious.
Lumbago? Not again. It's been a while since I heard that one. Not the lumbago. Okay, so got it. So this is all of the crackers. And then let's put down the flour, the oil. Actually, no, bring them with. Yeah, we can bring them with. Trying to see what I can drop here. Okay, coffee. Coffee. Too bad we don't have hot chocolate, but maybe soon. Maybe. I think I've seen a lot of people say that new coffee cup in the teaser may be hot chocolate, because it really is the only thing that makes sense at this point that we're missing. So I grabbed that because I think I needed to sharpen my knife. Yeah. We'll just spend a little time here just preparing for the next trip, because I think we're going to Bleak Inlet, correct? That's where we're going. We need to find a rope that we can use to get down down the ravine, I guess. And I hope to God that there is a rope over by the what's it called? The lookout tower, the one down in the inlet. For crossplay, you need We're not playing with mods, though. We're just playing Bedrock, normal Bedrock. Do you not understand that? We're not playing modded Bedrock, because that requires a server, whether if it's Realms or a regular server. I don't think you need crossplay or Realms to do crossplay. The whole point of Bedrock is that it's a version of the Minecraft that works on both PC and console. And mobile, I think, even. Actually, I don't know about mobile. So no, we don't need Realms. That's just for mods. That's just a modded server service through Microsoft. It's just a microtransaction, essentially. BRB, my older sister wants me to call her. Okay. I have a Java server that I got for free. Oh, lucky you. But it shuts down after 5 minutes if no one is playing on it. That makes sense. Yeah. I just, I don't want to mess with paid servers because I just don't want to do that. Now, see, if people wanted to donate towards that, then I could set up a paid server, but I'm not gonna make people do that. How am I? Oh, it's because I'm tired. That's why. So we're good over here. We got our bow. Oh, we have 2 bows, right? Get rid of 1. I really don't like the sport bow, so we'll put that away for now. Oh, my back. I think we are ready to go. We just need that rope. Oh. Which, words? which I'm gonna have to go find later. There we go. Finish up this. Nadia's here, welcome. Have you ever played 360 edition? Yeah, years ago when the 360 edition was... Well, I think it was when the Xbox One was out, but we didn't have a one, so we played the 360 version. How are you doing, Nadia? Thank you for joining. I can run a server on my PC, but that costs money, and I don't want to do that. That's just too much hassle. Oh, like through my PC. Like my PC is the server. No, I don't want to do that either because I'll be streaming most likely. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'll be likely streaming, and that's probably not a good idea. I only have the one PC set up. Could make some bannocks and cook those potatoes. Oh, I've got this too. I'll bring it with because I've got... What the hell? I've got the cooking pot. I played the PlayStation 3 edition, then the PS4 edition. I played the mobile version. Nintendo edition. Jesus. And the PS5 edition. You didn't have to pay for all those PlayStation versions, did you? I hope not. Because that would be horrible. Okay. Again, though. If I need to use a mod, that requires a server or realms. We are not doing that. We can't do that because that requires money that I don't have. Which is why I just want to run a simple vanilla Bedrock world that my Xbox friends can join. That's where we're playing Bedrock. That's the only way console and PC can play vanilla. Otherwise, it's realms, which, again, money. You bought each disc? What? Shit, I guarantee if you bought the 360 version, I think the one version was basically just backwards compatible. That's crazy. They had to pay for each one. We're not doing Java mods. We're not doing Java. I wonder if it's CurseForge because it has to like there's a setting in CurseForge that like asks you if you want to launch Cobblemon, which I had set up on Java. If you want to launch the game through CurseForge, which is how you have to run the mod pack, I guess. Or alternatively, just keep it in the Java launcher. And I disabled that. I made sure that it was launching the game from Mojang, but that shouldn't affect Bedrock, right? Like if there was a file altered on the Java version, would that affect the Bedrock version? I don't think that would be a problem because the Java version of the game is running fine. It launches on my computer. But I can't, you know, I have this feeling that maybe CurseForge is the problem. Maybe. I'll bring one of these. I really don't want to spend time cooking at this point. Let's just go. So we have, let's see, where do we have left in Mystery Lake to find a Polaroid? Do we have any Polaroids for this region? Oh, right. It would be on the map. Yeah, we have the one, so we're missing the other one. That's why I need the map out. I can't believe this, but I need the map for Mystery Lake. Because I need to find the Polaroid slots. So we checked where the cougar was. I remember that. We checked by the unnamed cabin. We checked up by the cave above the prepper cache. The bear den we checked, right? Did we check the bear den? And we checked up by the clearing. Oh, we only have 2 more spots to check. We check the destroyed lookout. Yeah, so let's go check the bear den then. Rhymes. I don't remember anything about PlayStation and backwards compatibility. Alright, let's go check the bear den. I don't remember checking that. And then from there, we can head up there, because that's the last Polaroid spawn point up there by the vista that I need to go map. So we can map this vista and then just get the Polaroid for the other vista. And we can worry about that later. Why does it feel like the camera's lower? I think this is my first time playing since 2.5.1. I've actually not been playing a lot lately. I don't know when I'm gonna finish the Something Wicked, because I just don't have any motivation to play that save. The one from the playthrough, the live stream series. Also, I got Peak. Got it in your wish list. Awesome. Hell yeah. The sale will come up eventually. Actually, the sale might be up now. I saw the Lawn Dark. Oh yeah, this winter sale is up now. The Long Dark is on sale. Peak is $5 right now. The Long Dark. The Long Dark Survival is 10. Winter Meat's 10. The Tales from the Far Territory is only $6.79. Oh. So they have a steeper discount on the expansion. This is the cheapest you can get the Long Dark. It's definitely worth it. Even the soundtrack. One sec. Wish list? Discount? Oh, you're $80, but you're still somehow too expensive. Or $80 off. $80 off. 80% off, but you're still somehow too expensive. Ooh. Castle. Do I get Revelations 1 and 2? They're both $5. I'm tempted to grab them both. Repost $7. How's Untitled Goose Game $9? That game's been out for like a decade. Actually not. It's been out for 5 years. See, I can get Revelations 1 and 2 for $10 total, or I can get a better Resident Evil game and get Crow Country, which is $10. I get my YouTube paycheck in 3 days. This won't end before then, right? I don't think so. I think these usually last 2 weeks. Oh, this lasts through the new year. Okay. I'll get that later. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Crow Country for sure, and the 2 Revelation games. And maybe Untitled Goose Game. I don't know. Yeah, Kirk's here. I did see that. Welcome, Kirk. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Yeah, the PS5 version was free for everyone that had a PS5 and the Long Dark. Yeah, hopefully your game isn't like bugging out, because apparently it's super buggy on PlayStation since the visual enhancements update. Alright, do we have bear? I don't remember. We need to go here because I want to grab the memento key for the dam. Because when we go back to Pleasant Valley to go to Black Rock, it'd be nice to get those MREs. Buy Revelations? Okay, I'll buy them both. I know 2 is apparently the game we also don't talk about. It's just as bad as 6, if not worse. But I think it's worth it, because it does tie into 6, and we did play 6 on stream. So I think it might be a good idea to tie up that loose end. Plus, it's the only other game with Claire in it on PC. And I love Claire. At least until they re-add Code Veronica, which I don't know if they'll ever do. Your PS5 is strong?
this.
Lucky you. I don't need that. Some peaches. Yeah, we don't need that. For Christmas, I'm going to get Helldivers 2. Yes, hell yeah. Helldivers 2 is very good. It's very fun. I've been meaning to get back into that. At the moment, I'm replaying South Park: The Stick of Truth. I just decided, hell, you know what? Let's just replay it because there's different playthroughs you can technically do. What I like about The Stick of Truth is that the classes stay separated, but when you play the Fractured But Whole, you can get multiple classes, and then I think at the very end you basically combine all the classes together. It's kind of broken, and I don't really like it because it kind of like throws away the idea of replayability a little bit. Might be. No, we don't need that. We don't need a gas mask filter because we're not going in the Black Rock. What's it called? We're not going in the mine. We're going to the mine, I believe. Ooh, actually, I should probably check. Where is that Polaroid? Because there's one over by the mine. Is it in the mine? Mine? Oh, right. I have Chrome open. I'm an idiot. That has the Polaroid spots, though. Attached to the large sign outside the prison. Inside the Whistling Perch Hunting Lodge. Oh, they're in static spots in Black Rock. Okay, I see the Hunter's Blind. It's on the way to the mine, but not quite close enough. So we don't even need to go in the mine for anything. We do need to go basically almost all the way to the mine because there is a vista over there. Okay.
I ever tell you about the
So no,
time
we don't
Keith
need the
tried
filter.
to deep-fry turkey? Third-degree burns over 90% of his body. His doctor called up, like other doctors, to look at him because they'd never seen burns on top of existing burns.
YouTube slowly loading the stream for you? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. You have the PS5 2023 Slim with disc drive. I thought the Slim PS5 was just discless. I guess I'm mistaken. So no bear. So that means the last vista is up there by the overlook.
Is it food?
So much food. Why did I bring food with me? Now I've got too much. Waiting to get your zombie horse cape? What? Is that a Minecraft thing? Or Red Dead Redemption 1, I guess, with the Undead Nightmare? I don't know. There are zombie horses in that game. I assume the rope climb is there, right? Yeah, I think both of them are there. I hope they're both up there. Hey, who turned off the wolves? I haven't heard or seen a wolf yet, and that's a little concerning. Is that second rope climb there? Okay, there's the first one. But is the second one there? See, this is where I wish we had binoculars. I don't even know where the second one is. Isn't it like on the left there? I don't see a rope, nor do I see the rock that it would be attached to. Well, let's find out together. Still feel like an idiot when RE Revolutions 1 came out. I thought Parker was Chris, but super fast. And he's talking about the newer community challenge and Minecraft. Oh, got it. Do a little coffee. Yeah, that does not help me right now. There are no mods here. Well, there's mods in the chat, but not in the game. Leak Lunar, welcome. Tuning into the stream for the first time. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Welcome, we're normal. Oh, yeah, totally. Put emphasis around normal. Put some quotes around normal. Black Ross, freshly boiled water should give a warm up. I hope anything cooked or warmed up gives warm up bonus. But we'll see how that even works. It might not even work the same way. We're here. That Polaroid better be here. Warming up. I'm gonna vomit. I love that one. And I'm tired. Oh, there was a bow up here? Okay, there it is. That Vista's the lookout, right? The one with the tower that isn't broken? Oh yeah, we're gonna need extra ammo for Bleak Inlet. We're just gonna be, like, killing every wolf when I get there. Because I don't have a lot of flare. I don't have any good... I only have one good flare. Yeah, just give it to me. Not that great of a memento cache, though, to be honest. Kind of dog water. Oh, a new person to be traumatized. Please don't traumatize them. I think they already left. Where's the Vista? Past the climb. So it's over here. What are you yapping about? Oh, it's unwatchable for you right now. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's definitely a YouTube end issue. Maybe your internet even. I'm not sure, but that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. There we go. We got half of Mr. Lake. Now that is a Vista right there. Unlike this. The hell is this? What am I supposed to do with this? There's nothing on the map. Or this. What the hell happened here, Hinterland? These aren't Vistas. These are just fucking bullshit. Don't break Toasty. Please don't. I'm trying to be as stress-free as possible right now after my Vertigo episode the other day. So please don't stress me out. Okay, let's get back to... Or you know what? We'll just keep going and I'll get to the trailers by the dam. And sleep there. I'm tired. Should have grabbed a coffee. Coffee? Trailer should be this way. Ooh, there's a bit of a fog rolling in. And I'm in a place that I normally don't go. It's this area in between the river access and the railroad. You sprained a finger? Oh no. How did you do that? Can you use a Vista before you get the photo? No, you need the photo in order to map it. That's how it works. Did I take the 2 pictures that I needed here? Yeah, we took... Yeah, we did Carter and... Trapper's Cabin. Words are hard. Yeah, the fog is rolling in. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. Ankle. Ankle. Please. Thank you. No, not a moo-moo. Good. We don't need moo-moos right now. Ah, good. Oblique Lunar didn't get traumatized already. Gosh, Long Dark is such a beautiful game. It is. It's very beautiful. It is, indeed. You can't map a Vista without the Polaroid. So that's how you find out about the Vista. You can still map around, but it's not going to be as extensive as the Vista. And it won't mark it off as a mapped Vista on the map. Or in your settings. Your journal, whatever. Like if you go to a high point that's not a Vista, you'll still get a good amount of the map mapped out, but it's not considered a Vista. Not without the Polaroid. Found a bug today. Francois, welcome. How are you doing? If you have a wrist sprain and an ankle sprain, carrying a revolver and the distress pistol, you can't use the weapon hotkey to change to the distress pistol. Oh, interesting. Oh, scaredy wolf. That's an interesting bug. Well, I'm not going to be testing that right now. Hopefully not. I got a rather lengthy challenge going that I don't want to have to start over. We got plenty of food. God, the burps. The burps. I gotta stop burping. What's the food poisoning counter at? Let's make it 6 or whatever. I think it's 7. No, it's 6. We got one last time. I remember when I was making the monthly highlight reel for last month. I counted 5. There was 2 that were not clipped, but then we did 3. There was 3, 4, 5 in the video, and we had one last stream. So this would be 7 if it were to happen, but hopefully it doesn't. Could you imagine? Oh, damn. Clip anything I can do. Not really. I'll do some looting. Yeah, I figured you could still use the wheel the normal way. Well, that is strange that the hotkey just breaks. Oh yes, thank you. I need more of those. No, we've already reached 6. We already reached 6. Another one of those blue flares will be helpful.
Hope I can still eat.
But not necessary. I'm leaving food here in case we need it. We get to Pleasant Valley. Oh, I guess. Well, yeah, to Pleasant Valley, but the only reason we'd be going back up there is to go to Black Rock.
Someone's stash.
Summon kit's probably okay for now. We got some tablets. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Just go to bed. Actually, we might have enough time. Oh, but that requires the rope, right? I don't know if the rope's over here. I don't think it's a guaranteed rope spawn, so fingers crossed. What's my favorite region? Oh, there's a wolf over here? I think Coastal Highway, probably because of the trader. Pleasant Valley's a close second. Mystery Lake is a close third. Did they move the transition back further? No. There's just a wolf right in front of the transition spot. No worries, no big deal. Imagine if it was over here, running around. That'd be kind of silly. Oh, aesthetically wise. Ooh, that's a different answer then. I do really like the zone of contamination. Probably because it's so unique compared to the other regions. Like visually. And thematically. Have you seen the Resetting Houses book? I think maybe I have. Once. It was in my Something Wicked playthrough, and there's a house right behind the Quonset that's, you know, I guarantee you I looted it. I didn't have like the glyph on it with the spray paint to tell me that I looted it, but it was full of loot, and I swear to you that I did absolutely loot it. I just don't have any proof. But I went in and saw that it was completely unlooted. But this was months ago. You despise the ZOC? Oh no, why not? Or why? I understand why. It's understandable. It's a cursed place, but I do like the region for its visuals. The sound design for the region is amazing. The ZOC main theme is probably among my favorite songs in the game. I just wish it was available for purchase. After last night, I consider ZOC the Ohio Great Bear Island. Yeah, that sounds about right. Especially after that train crash that happened last year. Or I think it was last year. Yeah, that tracks. There's also another bug currently going on that does cause loot to respawn. If a shelf... So the way that, like, shelves and tables and all that work when it comes to, like, containers, not every container will be in a particular spot every run. I think most of them are randomly selected to be in the world, essentially. So, like, each run will be different in terms of loot, the loot table, and in terms of what containers are actually there and in what spot they're in. So on shelves, there's spots on them that have containers on them, but not every container on that shelf will be selected to spawn in and, you know, have loot in it. Some of the shelves, they'll sink through the ground. I think it's because of the safe house changes. They like load improperly, and so they sink through the ground, and when you pick them up with safe house, there'll be a new container with new loot. It's not a container that was there. It's a brand new container, as if it's reloading that shelf for the first time and creating loot in that container. So it's essentially respawning loot when it's not supposed to. Like, there are ways to respawn loot, like through the trader or through beachcombing, but that is a pretty common bug for like the last year, I think, where you can just get a free container every so often with a chance of loot because the shelves are sinking through the ground. Ooh, special effects. Don't get hit by the rocks. You're not going to hear the end of it because you'll probably fall off and die. You know what would suck though if I got hit with like a death wall here somehow? Because I know that that whole area up there is death wall. If you try to go down, it will kill you. If you try to go down the incorrect areas. The rope climb should be safe, but the rest is probably not safe. Yeah, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. Damn Timbies. Honestly, we might even need this. Because Timberwolves, even they're like, if they run towards you and just like scratch you, they can cause infection risk. Oh, like you've seen decorations respawn? Interesting. I have never seen that. Or maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't do a lot of safe house customization, so
It's gonna get a lot colder.
I don't really notice if a poster or a painting that I took in one spot has respawned. I wouldn't be surprised. With the way safe house customization is and how buggy it is, it would not surprise me if there's bugs that are causing decorations to respawn. Okay. We are going into Bleak Inlet. So I'm going to open the map. And also... is this the right map? Or is this the interloper map? This looks pretty freaking empty. Or is the map usually like this? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like this. Oh no, yeah, it shows revolvers, so no, that is the normal map. Bleak Inlet. We are photographing the words. The cannery entrance and the fallen lighthouse. Okay. Let's get to the watchtower. Oh dear. Ooh. Hold on. That's the wrong one. Go away, please. Purdy. Yeah, for sure. There's too many people to name because they've been made by a bunch of people. But Hoku Owl is the one that maintains them. Ooh. Purdy. Oh, I see a dirty family already. I thought of another alternative to one of the pictures that I gotta take. I think we're gonna do the Fallen Lighthouse at night with a flare lit. We can't really shoot a flare from the flare gun and then quickly switch to the stress pistol. It'd be really hard to get that all done. Wasn't it pink just a moment ago? Now it's green. I think it'd just be better to do a regular flare like on the ground. Just kind of like an homage to, or callback, I guess, to Hopeless Rescue / the lore note that's at the... It's not even a lore note, it's a memento. Hey, how's it going? How are you not dead? Uh-oh. Hey, Awu? It's just gonna be easier to do that. Hey, revolver, firearm, armed, skill 3. Nice, or level 3. Might have been a waste of a flare, but that's fine. Pepper Cache is up there, right? I have the map out, idiot. Yes. Okay. Yep, Dirty Family. Cue the massive Dirty Family Dark Souls boss bar. No, we won't have any of those here, only in Sunny Pass. For some reason, they're allowed to combine packs. Oh, can I get up this? Yes. Is this correct? Oh, it is. Strange. The Pepper Cache is up here. Whether if it's stocked or not, that's fine. I just want to get in and sleep for the night. I'm not doing modded challenges for this game. I'm not modding the game right now. I need Kirk to first show me how to make that secondary profile, and even if I do mod the game after that, I am not. Oh, look at that! Fully sucked. I'm not gonna like start modding the shit out of the game. I don't have any interest in that right now, especially not with something wicked still kind of looming over my shoulder. Ooh, isn't that the better one? Yes. But we need to fix it.
Just what I need.
Definitely don't want to sleep with that on my bed. Also, that's already a thing in the game. It's called that one place in Thunder Pass. It's Timberwolves everywhere already. It's just very restricted to a specific part of that region. Oh, there was going to be an Aurora. Oh, good. We missed out on that. Awesome. Incredible. I'm glad. Daniel's here. Hey, Vsauce Daniel here. What? Your region is safe. Is it not? Or is it? It's not safe. I don't feel safe anymore. Now with Vsauce Daniel here. Alright, can you relax, Aurora? Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep here. Wow, that's a very late Aurora. It stayed active for basically right until I'm assuming 6 a.m. I think it's 6 a.m., 6 p.m. for daylight and night, or day and nighttime. This coat and sweater is a fixer-upper. No worries. I can fix her. Hold on. Oh, good. Good thing we have the pepper cache, though. Great. Food poisoning? Oh, if I got food poisoning from that, I'd actually be pissed. Trying to get rid of all these sodas. Part 1. Full of energy and life. Part 2. Regrets. So many regrets and dead on the inside. Yeah, that sounds about right. That playthrough was fun, but man, there were many episodes that I just felt like, well, if I die here, then I'm okay with it. Because I don't want to do the achievement. I really don't. I don't want to have to do that achievement. But I don't want to cheat my way through it. Because there's a way to do that on PC, but I don't want to do that. I hate Hinterland for making those achievements. The Will to Live, fine. I think that's acceptable. 500 days. I think it's easily doable. I had a save that was at 430 something, and then I lost it because I modded the save for some reason because I'm an idiot. Oh, that'll give me food poisoning right there. That'll also give me food poisoning. But yeah, that was the closest I ever got, and I'll probably never get that close again, knowing me.
Just what I need.
What the hell is that condition? Who's been mistreating you? Yeah, he's screaming again? Well, he's about to stop screaming forever in a second. Make him do a forever nap in-game. Can I get a weapon repair kit, please? I will need these. Excuse me? Oh, we might need that for the Timbies.
Never would have thought to look here.
Hello? Has your brother been on stream? Many years ago. I think we did play games together on my channel. Maybe I don't know if he's ever been on a stream before, but we did play. I mean, I did make some videos with him a while ago. We don't do that anymore though, for reasons. Reason number one, he's a potty mouth. I'd easily get demonetized if I put him on the channel. Wow, there was not a single weapon repair kit here. Well, shit. Back. Welcome back, Jess. I almost said Jace. I've got Jace on my mind because I just wrote a short about her. Fix this real quick. Quack? This one time me and my buddy Keith was eating beans. Well, he didn't tell me his stomach was upset. Those woods were never the same again. The smell.
Is it food or...
It would have been worse if you said it didn't smell that bad, like yesterday. It was hot and steamy. Actually, that's what sent me off about yesterday's story. Which wasn't a Keith and Ella's story, and I kind of wish it was. Oh god, Castle, why? Why did you share that? It wasn't the actual story, though. It was the fact that the way you described what happened and how it smelled and... Please never do that again. Please. Well. Hot and steamy. Please stop. Talk about the zone of contamination. Hot and steamy. Right? It's a good way to describe it, actually. Well, I guess we're not going to use it until I fix it, because I don't want to wait. I don't want to risk that thing jamming. Any cloth around here? No, right? Besides, like, from here. Oh, here's some cloth. Let's get to the lookout tower. Yay! Oh yeah, where are there any Polaroid spawns up here? No. There's a vista up here, but all the Polaroid spawns are down below. So there's one. Okay, it's that weird loot spot that's before the cabin. On the very end of the region. It's right below the rope climb down here. There's one in that little mountain pass area above the bunker. There's one in the hunter's blind with the bear spawn next to it. Fun. There's one over by the fallen lighthouse. So this one's only 4 spawns. Okay, that's not that bad. I'm assuming there's only one vista. Yes, I think it's only one vista. Okay. Wind, are you gonna make up your mind? Where are we? We're in Ass Inlet. Okay, why does it feel like my character is shorter? It feels like the camera's lower to the ground. No, we'll put that away. I'm not playing Cowboys right now. What's your favorite food? Ooh. We're gonna need a whole podcast episode for that, actually. That's a good question. Oh, there's one of my victims from yesterday. You would make a comfy sweater. Fuck, I love food, but like, I definitely love some foods more than others. I think for sure, among my favorite foods would be Italian food. Which is weird, because I'm 100% Mexican, but like, I love Italian food. So any kind of pasta. I definitely don't make it the traditional way, like, not to make anyone's Italian grandma's turn over in their grave, but I love my personal recipe for tomato sauce. It does use fresh tomatoes, and it also does use jarred tomatoes, like the preserved ones, essentially. Not the canned ones. I don't use the canned tomatoes. Unless I'm missing a little bit of flavor, I do add a jar of tomato sauce, like the puree sauce. But I love my version on that. It's definitely not the traditional way. But I love any spaghetti or pasta with marinara sauce or tomato sauce or whatever you want to call it. Or an Alfredo. I definitely want to I want to try making Alfredo the traditional way because apparently it's really good. The way I make it is not the traditional way for sure. It definitely may make some grandmas roll in their graves. Which is not the intention, but I want to give it a try the old Italian fashioned way. Which I don't even think Alfredo is like a traditional Italian. It's not like super popular. I don't think I think it is an Italian sauce. It's just not like that common. Oh, thank goodness. I think the more common type of sauce is like the marinara sauce or bolognese or something like that, or carbonara. Definitely want to try carbonara at some point. Yeah, I would say Italian. Italian food, pasta, whatever you want to... Lasagna, all those things. Isn't there another revolver up here? Oh, yeah. The one down there by Echo 1. Right? Or isn't it here sometimes? Actually, no. Yeah, it's always by Echo 1. Yeah. See, this map's kind of interesting. I've always wondered what this is about. Because it's labeling the town site right here. And then those are the cottages right there before you exit. So this is like the main road exit to Crumbling Highway. And then here, it's literally the middle of the road. So I'm not sure what that's all about. That could be like bear sightings, actually. Because there is a bear that goes through the town along this road here. And I think it does come through here. But I think it's the bear that lives here in the den on Misanthrope's Island. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Forester's Revolver is just down the road from here. What about sweet foods? Ooh. God, I gotta think of all the different types of sweet foods. We got cookies, cake, pie, cupcake, which is just basically cake. Donuts. I don't know. There's a lot of kinds. I mean, I do like sweets, but I'm not like a sweet person, for sure. I'm not like constantly dying for a delicious, well-made sweet. Like, just give me a random mass-produced cookie and I'll be fine. Like an Oreo or a chocolate chip cookie, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, we should be good because the rope's 5 kilograms. Although oh no, I'm gonna take that back. I do prefer fresh baked stuff. Like a fresh baked cookie from a bakery versus like getting the store-bought ones are definitely way better. I think I'm just gonna say cookie. Because like you can't go wrong with any flavor of cookie. You really can't. You can't really screw it up. It's really hard to do that. Unless you somehow don't follow the recipe correctly. Let's put that up. Well, fingers crossed that the Forester's Revolver is... You know what? We don't even need the Forester's... We don't even need this revolver. You stay here. I'll come back for you. I'll make sure that I see you. Somehow. There we go. Then what should I draw? You should draw whatever your heart tells you to draw. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What am I doing? Coffee? I guess it's not really necessary for this, but this is a long rope climb. I'm getting a little thirsty. Might have a drinky. Not alcohol. Okay, so from the rope climb, I think it's up here. It's like this loot stash that's behind the bramble bushes or whatever. Have to go. I'm gonna finish Last Horizon. Wish me luck. Well, wish you luck, Bleak Lunar. Thank you for joining. Have a good night. Here it is. If this had the Polaroid spot, that would be great, because then we don't have to spend so much time here. Or if this had the Polaroid. Kirk. Oh, I keep forgetting. The crying toast emote is just part of your membership badge. I understand. You're not actually crying. It's the badge that's crying. Hello? Ah, there should have been a box here. Should have been right here. Because it's not there, then it's not there. Yeah, it would be right there. So let's get to... There's loot there, but it's not necessary. Oh, look at that. Right on schedule. Let's just get to the trailer down the road. And just do this, actually. Hold on. I guess it was too far. There definitely is a distance where they don't care about gunshots. How am I missing? I'm actually curious. Does this work? I think it does. Come on back, scaredy wolves. It does work. Good to know. I mean, I figured. It's still a flare. Oh, shit. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Doesn't work entirely. Entirely the right way. Okay. Good to know. Okay, we're good. Ugh. I'm blasting through ammo. So it does work, but also doesn't work. They really don't care, do they? Run, little wolf, run! Toasty, is it alright if I ask an artist to draw you on a big canvas? Me? Like, human me? I would rather you not, because I don't know why you would want that. Yeah, I think I'd... I don't know how I feel about that. It was not my idea, it was my brother's. Oh. Yeah, maybe don't. Oh dear. Felix, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. I heard something. Perhaps it's a moo moo? I don't really know. I see the Timbees running. By the time I get out of here, I'm gonna make the Timberwolf species extinct in this region. Got to be careful. There can be a bear here. Okay, we're here. Oh, is it the bear spawn here? I never get the moo-moo. The moo-moo's like just down the road. Open repair kit, maybe? We're not really here for anything in particular. I just need to rest and heal a bit.
Where's the good
See if
stuff?
any of my clothing is ruined. I doubt it, though. Any bullets for revolvers? Damn. Honestly, probably should have brought the rifle instead of the revolver. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, these are pretty useless here. Well, this is... Okay, so there definitely is a hierarchy. This is obviously the best. This will keep them away, but it won't scare them. You literally can't scare them with it. This will keep them away, but they will still attack. Does not work. It really doesn't. I think this... Actually, this might work the same as this. I think they do keep them away, but sometimes they'll get brave enough and push through and attack. For sure. Damn, I need to fix this too. I should have gone for the other revolver, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll find a repair kit somewhere. Might as well stay here then. Shit. My gloves. My boots. Stop. Definitely need to repair my pants. I pooped my pants. Just don't ask when. It definitely wasn't when the Timberwolves attacked. What? Are you gonna craft ammo while no, I'm not crafting ammo here. What the hell are you... What do you think I'm doing here? Playing Minecraft? No, we're not playing Minecraft because it doesn't work. It won't let me play the game. Oh no, I'm thirsty. I know, character. Same. I'm also thirsty. How much damage did I take? I take a little bit of damage. We'll just use this extra tea. I don't know where I got it from, and I took a sip out of it at some point. Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna have plenty of sardines here. Poop. I poop my pants. That's definitely not the reason why they're brown. They're brown like that. They're normally brown. I swear, I promise. They're normally that color. So yeah, I need to take a picture of the lighthouse with the flare turned on next to it at night. Has to be a night shot. So why don't I do that now, since it seems like there's no aurora, right? No, there's no aurora. I've got a spare flare. We're kind of close by. Let's see how the weather is. It's like midnight. It's not even dark. All right. Let's do this. And also, there's a Polaroid spawn over here. Oh yeah, we could do beachcombing here. Look at that. Book that I'm not going to read. Useless. Useless. Uh-oh. Fish. Some more. God damn it, more dirty family. Ice, make up your mind. Christ. I'm like a mile away from the edge and it's trying to break through. Wait, that guy had the idea, right idea. He wore the ship pants. Let's count them down, daddy style. Or whatever Deadpool said that line in that bridge. Oh my god, I think this might be my retirement from YouTube. I think this will be my last stream ever. What did I just read? Why don't I read it in my head first before saying it out loud and letting someone clip it? And now it's gonna get clipped because I mentioned clipping. Castle. What? Okay, if you don't understand Deadpool, seek help. I understand Deadpool, but what are you talking about? What's the first half of that even mean? That guy had the right idea. He wore the ship pants. Okay, we were talking about me shitting my pants earlier in game, by the way. But why the random Deadpool line? Let's count him daddy style? What in the fuck are you talking about? Why does that line make sense there? Tell me. There we go. Kirk, this is going to look a little familiar to you. Ooh, with the moon? Yes. Oh, with the flag? Yes. Hold on. Damn it, there's no jump feature. Crap. I mean, shit. Oh, shit, I think I messed up the flag, though, a little bit. See, when the flag's, like, nice and flat, that'd be great. That's incredible. I'm gonna take a regular screenshot, too. Hold on. This is incredible. This is a beautiful view. Gorgeous. Absolute cinema. Why is this view so good? And there's literally like 3 colors right now. Red, white, and black. I need you. Let's go Polaroid hunting. Should be behind the lighthouse, a little bit to the left. Ankle. The bridge scene from the Deadpool movie, the first one, yes. Okay. What are we counting, and why are we counting it daddy style? Please, enlighten me. You're Picasso? Am I? Oh, shit. We might have to make a Polaroid camera contest. Or maybe we could just... Honestly, has no one set that up yet? A photo contest? It could be either a Polaroid or like a screenshot. Someone needs to set that up. Maybe put some money in it too. Another one. Well, it's almost as if they did a lot of fishing in this region. Oh boy. No, I don't need that. So that Polaroid's not there. So there's a container, but it has a P next to it. What does that mean? Possible plastic container. Oh, so it's not always there. It would be right in this area for sure. Okay. So it's either at the hunting stand or that mountain pass below the radio tower.
My leg!
You did one for the podcast. Oh, I totally forgot about that one.
Is it food or?
Maybe I'll set one up and then buy a copy of the long dark to give out as the reward. Yes. I think we'll do that. Or I'll do that. Oh! Make up your mind, dice. A wildlife one. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. I entered that one, I think. Didn't I? Yeah. I think I entered that with the Aurora ptarmigan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because there was a lone ptarmigan on the ground and an Aurora had started, but it didn't disappear yet, so it was an Aurora ptarmigan. Ice, ice. Ice wants to become water. Ruined food in my Bleak Inlet region? Say it ain't so.
I think I can use this.
Alright, go back to bed. Successful photo shoot at the fallen lighthouse. See, like that screenshot that I just took, or the photo even, that would be my submission for the tournament. Why do I remember Zach saying he had like copies of the game to give out? So I'm thinking that we could do categories and then each category is up for a prize. How much is it's $10, right? Yeah, $10. Well, okay. I just realized. Kind of a silly idea to give copies of the game out as a reward for the for a contest like this, because you have to have the game in order to do it. So I guess I could give away a copy of Wintermute, or the expansion. I guess a choice. But this would have to be done before the sale ends, obviously, because the game's only on sale for a couple weeks. I think for 3 weeks or something like that. Let's eat a little, have a little midnight snack, and then go to bed. Yeah, he got the keys for Prologue recently, but I think I remember him saying something about keys for the Lone Dark. Oh, it might have been expansion keys. Yeah. Probably. Welcome to the ship. It's just me in the ocean. You castle-brained? I'm the one that invented that term. You are toasty-brained. Or not the term, the condition. So in fact, you are toasty-brained. Yep, our brains are cooked. Deep fried even. Okay. Let's go to the little mountain pass. Velamu, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Yeah, we're gonna go the little pass below that area. Toasty brain means I'm smart. No, I'm not smart. What are you talking about? If only you saw my my report card in college. I guess it wasn't really a true report card. But my final grades. Ugh, yikes. I'll have to sit and think about this photo contest a little bit. What does the soundtrack cost? Because that could also be a potential. Oh, $8 for the sound for both soundtrack totals. Both soundtracks total. Okay, I think that'd be doable. So, I think the way it would work is, we give the winner the option to choose Wintermute, the expansion, or the soundtracks. Because that would be about $7. It would be $6.80 to $10 essentially. So I think that would be a good amount of money to put in for one prize. I think I would love to do multiple categories, because the one I just took kind of like would fit into a different kind of category, and versus
Pisses me off.
you know, like a category specific to animals, like wildlife. Well, we'll look at the photo a little later, but I don't know. It just seems like it would fit into a certain type of category that doesn't, not every view or screenshot or whatever could fit into. So I think categories would be a really good idea. Junkyard, welcome. Missed the unused axe in the game pause. Unused axe. They'll be leaving a negative review when they replace it. Is there an unused axe? I don't remember. I know there's an unused shovel. I saw Grape Nuts short on that. I didn't know there was an unused axe. Weird, but I think I know why they replaced it if that's the case. The reason is because they have a brand new shiny axe model thanks to Black Frost. Because Black Frost does have an axe confirmed. It's in the trailer, I think. I think it's in the fire station scene. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of models in the game pause that are not used for various reasons. Like the shovel, the axe. Not that I've learned about that. There's even like notes in the game that were never even used or anything. Yeah, I guarantee you this new axe from the teaser is probably the same one we're gonna see in Black Frost. The podcast will be willing to donate a prize for your contest. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll put some actual thought into this and how it's gonna work. And if other people want to donate a prize as well, then that's another category we can do. I think I'd be willing to throw in $30, so that would be 3 prizes essentially. Yeah, we could do that. Basically, think of it as like a sponsor. Like this category is sponsored by ToastyBits or the Survivor's Corner podcast. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'll think of the rules and all that and the category ideas, and maybe let people know that it's happening and see if anyone wants to pitch ideas. What happens when you ban people in the chat? They can't type in the chat anymore, and we can't see them at all. I don't think they can even see anything in the chat. They can still watch, but they can't see anything, like in the chat or anything like that. They can't interact. Oh, I always kid about banning people, but it's never serious. When I'm being serious, I usually say banish. Ooh. When I'm being serious, I'm gonna banish someone. That's when I'm actually gonna get rid of them. Okay. Oh, bunker right there. So it's not here. Guess where it is. It's over by the hunting stand by the bear spawn. So it's all the way over there. Fun. Let's go to that trailer. I usually hang out in this trailer over here when I'm trying to get into the bunker. I really hope they move this cougar eventually. Like, just enough so that it's not 100% in the way of this bunker. Like, just move it so that it's slightly out of the bunker's radius. Or I guess so that the bunker is slightly out of the cougar radius. There we go. Oh, I hope I didn't make a mistake here. Whew. And of course the cougar was disabled for this one. Can't wait to fall in the ice here. It's bound to happen. We can promote the contest when you're ready. Yes, for sure. Thank you. I guess I'll have it done before the next pod because it'll be the last one for the year. And the contest would be running during the holidays. It would technically need to end before the sale ends. Because I'm not sure if you can buy gifted game codes and just hold on to them. I think you need to gift it to someone immediately. I'm actually not sure how that works. You can get the codes from the developers, but that's different. Like, I don't know if you can... Oh, shit. I made a mistake here. Okay. Oh, I'm shitting myself here just thinking about trying to get across. Can you... Oh, wow. Come on. Come on. Aw, you biscuit. You absolute biscuit. What is the point of this? I guess so that you can get from that side to this side. Oh, yeah, I'm not playing Green Hell. Not ever again. No, thank you. Not after last time. What happened? I tapped out for a minute? Nothing really. Bedroll. Bullets. Matches. I did play once. Never again. That was one too many times. I do not like luscious green forests and jungles or whatever with bugs and shit everywhere. So, no thank you. Never again. I like the long dark. I don't like scary forest full of spiders. Tampons, please. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeebus. Green Hell equals game over. Yep. Ah, woo. It's a woo time. I think that's so silly. I just don't agree with how this works. Why would a blue colored flare scare them, but scare them not enough so that they run away from it, but just enough so that you can throw it at them and then it hits them and then they run away. But a red flare, they run away immediately. Look at that. When it bounces like that, that's very good. That's very helpful. That breaks the morale bar quickly, but that's very rare. I don't know. Maybe wolves don't like the red light, like the red light they see as bad, versus the blue light. What's the lore behind this? I think it's the blue flare burns hotter. Is that it? Extra bright and loud. Okay, well, first of all, it says loud enough to scare wildlife. Fuck you, red flare. I don't know. I don't know what the actual reason is for it. It's probably just because game, and it's honestly a really silly gameplay mechanic. First of all, the game literally tells us they are afraid of the lights, meaning the wolves. So they should be afraid from anything from a flashlight during an aurora to a torch. But that's not how the game works. Again, because blue. Because game. Yeah, I do believe blue light is... I don't think it means it's hotter. It depends on the element that's burning. Like, there are blue stars, yellow stars, white stars, red and orange. A red star is usually the coldest star, and then the white star is usually the hottest. Blue's right below that. But that's because those stars are all burning... Not burning. They're fusing hydrogen to helium. So they're burning the same fuel. But the blue in this flare could be a different metal chemical or compound or whatever versus the red one. It's just different elements that it's burning. I'm not sure what blue would be burning. I don't remember the chemistry of burning chemical compounds that create like really brilliant lights like that. It's definitely like in the realm of science that they use to make fireworks. And I don't remember any of that stuff. I like chemistry, but I guess I didn't like it that much to remember. I do need to fix my boots up at some point. Did you 100% Slime Rancher 2? No, we're still working on that one. I'll be doing one of those sometime soon. Maybe later this month.
I ever tell you about the time Keith and I made fireworks? Now, I didn't know shit about chemistry, but Keith figured gasoline burns, doesn't it? Third-degree burns on 95% of his body. Man, people in the next city over were calling to complain about the smell of burning skin.
It failed. And the sewing kit's broken. So good. I don't have a sewing kit now. Awesome. Great. Oops. Yeah, white is the hottest, I believe. Blue is the second hottest. So it's just gasoline? Wait, what? What do you mean? What's just gasoline? The flare? No, the flare's not gasoline. Oh no! Why? This is the worst region to have this in. What am I gonna do to get... Oh my god. Well, we gotta go outside for a little bit, so fuck it. Why didn't I grab Cabin Fever, or Settled Mine? I already know from now on when I'm playing when I start a new run, it's gonna be custom games. So I can just disable Cabin Fever entirely. That way we don't have to waste a feat on Settled Mind. It's good, but like we could just remove Cabin Fever through custom games. Oh, I see Lumpy. Speaking of gas, I love me some gas stove. I prefer the flame over electric. Isn't there something like oh shit, this is bad. Wasn't there like some article recently or like research done about like gas stoves being very bad for people? Like I think a specific gas has to be burned, but shit, the bear's going right where I need to go. Where like I think it's like a cancer-causing chemical that you're breathing in, essentially. All right, we got a few of these. Good. Go that way. Go that way. That's something that came up last year. I don't remember. I think it's mostly like bad for kids and older people, as usual. Cabin fever is diabolical. I agree. Oh, good. Of course you're here. Great. We're in the ass end of Trappers. Ass end of Bleak Inlet right now. We got to get back. It's about to start blizzarding by the looks of it. There's a bear right there, and I have cabin fever. Awesome. You like the smell of gas? I actually do really like the smell of gas, but it's probably not good for you. Those scientists genuinely discover new things every other week. Yeah. That's usually how science works, hopefully. Otherwise, I feel like most people wouldn't have the patience for scientific discoveries. Oh, I used to love the smell of gasoline. But yeah, probably not a good idea to be smelling that. If I hit Lumpy, I was calling hacks and aimbotting. I wasn't even aiming at Lumpy. I did hit 2 Lumpies this playthrough. And nailed them. Killed them in 1 hit with the flare gun. But like, those were not intentional. I hate the smell of gas, but I like the smell of gasoline. Oh yeah, gasoline is different than gas. Like gas from a stove is definitely different. I don't like that one. I like the other one. Gasoline from a car or vehicle. These are all good things. Yeah, we're just casually huffing gasoline in here, in this chat. In-game, by the way. Oh, what am I doing? We can't go that way. Because we can't cross that giant ice gap, I think. Along the mouth of the river. I think we got to go down past the cannery. Well, we got to take a picture of the cannery. Shit. Right. That's the other picture we need to take. I think we're going to have to sleep in a car up ahead. Because I don't think I can sleep in that little... There's that shelter in the back of the cannery. It's indoors, but it doesn't require a loading screen. That's definitely technically indoors. I think let me just get to a car up ahead. Sleep with the Timbies. Oh, a wabbit. We've been burning things since our cave days. We're still here. That's true. Speaking of gas, our stove automatically turns off if the fire stops. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, because that's definitely a killer right there. I was watching a novella earlier this year where in one of the episodes, like a Spanish novella, one of the episodes the person was boiling milk, warming up milk or whatever, and they got distracted and the milk overboiled and put out the fire, and it was a gas stove. So they almost died from gas poisoning. And that literally happened to me in real life like a few months later. Like the exact same thing, not milk, but like it blew out the gas, or yeah, something that I was boiling blew out the gas or the fire, and the gas was like leaking. You could smell it. It was pretty bad. It was only for a few seconds too. That's pretty dangerous. Fire scary. Fire big scary. Have I 100%ed the lawn dart? No, because I've been talking about something wicked and not having completed that achievement. So no, I have not. I'm missing 2 achievements, and it is the will to live and something wicked. Finish a 500-day run without dying. I guess technically you can die in that one because it doesn't say anything about cheat death, but something wicked does say you cannot use cheat death. And 1,000 days for that one. I have made it to 430 something. I just lost that save, unfortunately, to some unfortunate modding shenanigans. Wow, they really do not care. Wolves scared of flares. Thanks, buddy, whoever that is. I think that's the technician, technically. That takes care of that. It's doing the cartoon. It's doing the cartoon running. That's hilarious. We'll sleep in this one, and then there's shelter back there. Should be warm enough in here. It's almost gone, too, so let's just spend a few hours here to try to get rid of that. Reader ran about ice physics? Okay. Players can't wait across ice gaps. Wait, what? Can't wait across ice gaps. Ice breaks. Lumpy fat ass can lumber across and ice holds its ass up. I agree. I kind of hope that in Black Frost, animals will be affected by weak ice, if that's a thing. I'm assuming it will be. But I agree, like, after a certain amount of weight on your body, you shouldn't be able to cross thin ice. Like, for sure, bears should be worried about that. Like, they won't cross it. Although in the trailer, the Black Frost announcement trailer, you can see the character, like, slowly walking across the ice, trying to make sure that it doesn't break. Maybe the mechanics with that will make a little more sense in Black Frost. I need to try the triple death challenge, see how well that goes. Oh yeah, triple death interloper, I'm assuming.
It's getting dark out.
Yeah, I think Zach tried to do that, like,
for shelter.
when they added interloper or cheat death at some point. Maybe it was triple death misery. I don't remember. I don't know how that works. Oh no, you can't use cheat death and misery. Never mind. Yeah, triple death interloper. I think he had a video on that. Hey, guess who's running out of food and who might need to eat all the sardines? This idiot. We'll just spend another. We'll spend the rest of the night here, I think. Just because it'll help with the cabin fever risk. Who? How is Lumpy? I think you mean who? Lumpy is the bear. That's what we call the bear. We call the ptarmigans Wilson. The Timberwolves have two different names. I call them the Scoliosis Squad sometimes. Castle will refer to them as the Dirty Family.
I'll be hungry later.
I call them Scoliosis Squad because they look like they have back problems from how lanky they look. Oh. Better be able to bunny hop. I don't think we'll be getting a bunny hop jump. We do know that we can climb over objects or climb up to objects, I guess, that are climbable. At least we have that. But no, like, proper jump. I can't imagine it. We don't really need a jump. We just need to be able to climb over objects or step over them. Like a small ledge, you should just be able to step over. You don't need a jump. Just like an animated step up, essentially. That's something that I hope we get. Oh, look at all these sardines. Oh, man. Past expiration, my favorite.
This food.
Can't wait to get freaking food poisoning. Excellent. Yes, so good. So delicious in my tummy. Darn, Francois isn't here anymore. Just the mere mention of sardines would get stars to have a mental breakdown. And Francois is very familiar with that. Yeah, every time I come here, I feel like I notice new sardine spots. They're kind of all over the place. Obviously, if you break down the boxes, those green ones, you get more sardines. But I'm not that desperate for food poisoning. Will and the Seven Bears, Lumpy, Humpy, Bumpy, Grumpy, Slumpy, Dumpy, and Rumpy. That's hilarious. I forgot about that. The cougar, we nicknamed it Stormy Daniels, but we don't really use that, honestly. We just call it
This'll come in handy.
loud ass alarm clock. There we go. That's what we call it. Because that's what it is. Oh my Jeebus. Forgot where I am. I'm in Scoliosis Squad Central.
Looks like
The
I
native
survived
population
another
here
night.
is not nice whatsoever. Why am I spending so much time looking for cans of death? Yeah, the cougar's just kitty. The cougar's basically just kitty. I agree. Damn headwind. Well, let's fill up on sardines, and if I get food poisoning, then we just spend the next 10 hours here. Ooh.
That'll come handy.
But there should be more food here. We'll just risk the ooh. Maybe we won't risk it. Never mind. Hold on, we got some food here. We must do a podcast in the perfect names for the bears. That's up to Kirk, I guess.
I think I can use this.
And Jitwire. Oh yeah, we don't need to risk the sardines. Never mind. Is it safe to eat them above 50%, or does it have to be like, I don't know, 100% to be 100% safe? I don't know. It feels like the sardines are like the biggest causes of food poisoning. IRL, I need to go to the bathroom. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with my pants and being full of shit. No, but I'm gonna go get a drink and go to the bathroom and all that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play an ad while I'm gone. Alright? I'll be back. I'm back. I was gonna quickly check. How's the weather for tomorrow? Because it got it got hot, not hot today, warm today. Really odd. It went up to 50 because it was raining. But now it's back down, obviously. If it's warm enough tomorrow, I might go on a little walk. Nope. Nope. Damn, today would have been perfect if it wasn't raining all day. Fuck, I want to go on a walk. Okay, Saturday. Yes. Perfect. Saturday I'll go on a walk. I'll go on a little walkie walk, maybe get me some soup from my local restaurant. Maybe there's some Christmas shopping, something like that. Delicious. Then go walk. It's cold as hell. It's not cold now, but like, I'm not going on a walk this late at night. I think we still need to do the torch method. Mackenzie and Astrid will not be playable in Black Rust. I almost guarantee you they will not be back as playable characters. Because Black Frost is not a sequel to The Long Dark One. It's not a sequel to the story of Great Island. It's an entirely new world space, halfway across the country in a different part of Canada a year later. It's almost entirely unlikely that they will show up. In fact, that's something that I'm addressing in my upcoming what's it called? Misconception video. But that one got pushed until I think January. That I need to address the idea that Will Mackenzie will show up in Black Frost, because that's not going to happen. Or even Astrid. We don't even like have actual characters shown yet. Like, it's just the only characters that have been shown, I think, are like the player-made NPCs. And because there's so many unique character designs in the announcement, I get the feeling we might have like a character creator potentially. They show off like, I want to say 6 different character designs in that trailer. And then there are a couple of character NPCs in the distance in one shot that is actually kind of hard to tell what they look like. But it's because they're so far away. But yeah, Will Mackenzie showing up or Astrid, probably not going to happen. Will is not in the scene with the peaches. That is not Will. That I may need to push this video up because I think people are it's still like a common belief that that's Will. It's not Will. I should have made that video months ago, but I didn't get the chance to. If I didn't get sick in October, it probably would have been out by now. Yeah, and technically it was a teaser, so everything that we saw technically could change. My next video is trying to remember. I'm left braining. The breakdown. Oh shit, I'm out of water. The breakdown of the episode 5 teaser. Like a scripted one, unlike the last one, which was like unscripted, like a live reaction type thing. Oh, is that not my cooking pot? Oh, that is my cooking pot. So yeah, I'll be doing a scripted video like that on I can't think for some reason. On the episode 5 teaser, and then after that is the Far Territory history video. I got to get that one out done this year because, well, it needs to be done this year. I don't want to have to do that next year because that is a really long video. I think what we saw in the trailer was gameplay. Like proper gameplay, but obviously they have some cinematic cameras set up. They probably have animations that may or may not have mechanics tied to them quite yet. So like they just have a character making an doing an animation, but that mechanic might not be done yet. It might take years to get that done. They're just showing the potential that game that they have, but it could change anywhere between the teaser and actual release. We'll do another liter of water. Let's just keep getting rid of, or keep making Bannox. Too much flour. Any new videos coming this week? Probably not this week. Ever since I got sick in October, the videos release schedule has just been all over the place. So because it's so close to the holidays, I'm just kind of like releasing them as they're ready. But the next one I've started recording. The editing for it should be super simple, so it shouldn't take too long. But maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know. I'm not putting release dates on videos. I just know for sure that I want this next video out, and then the History of the Far Territory out before the end of the year. So hopefully 2 more videos, which is a lot for December, I will say. To be fair, we can kind of blame that a little bit. I was gonna say 5 videos basically in the summer, but I'm partially blaming that on me being sick in October and the sudden and unexpected release of the teaser for episode 5, because those 2 events really screwed out over my timeline. There we go. We'll sleep. Ooh, maybe not, because if we sleep, there's a chance that the what's it called? The weather will change. So I think porridge is the one that goes bad quickly. Do you hate Lumpy more or Moo Moo? Lumpy. Moo Moo you can just walk around, but Lumpy will chase you.
Smells like popcorn, and the back alley still stinks like piss.
Oh shit! I'm in the back alley over here of the cannery. Ooh, it's a boat. And I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. You guys were talking about your favorite scene from the trailers. Mine probably. That's a very good point. I will be covering all the screenshots that Hinterland's been releasing over the course of like the last year, because I haven't actually covered any of those in a video. I might do a brief overview of the teaser again.
Hope I can still eat this.
The trailer, but there's no guarantees that that'll happen. But maybe I'll mention that you know, the answer to that, my favorite scene from the teaser trailer.
Could we interest you in some
Chocolate?
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Chocolate?
If you ever get a job at Hinterland, would you accept? Probably. Okay, so the entrance to the cannery, I think it's that, right? Wolf scared of flares. I think that's the proper entrance. I should have been a little more explicit what exactly we're taking a photograph of here, but that's fine. There, so we can get out of here. We just need to go map the vista. Oh, I'm gonna take that because we might have to eat these sardines at some point. Well, we're done here. We can leave the region, but we gotta go up to the upper plateau. Yeah, I would totally accept a job at Hinterland, but one thing I don't want, if that were ever to happen, is to work on the Long Dark. Because I think that would ruin a lot of the excitement, I guess. At the very least, I wouldn't want to work in a position that would potentially spoil the lore for me. But that, I mean, as a primarily programmer, that probably wouldn't happen. I think I would want to not work on the Long Dark. That's the problem. I think it would ruin the experience and the joy I get out of playing the game and discovering everything. But I could very easily get a job with them, but the problem is my programming experience does not include the programming language that they
Hope nobody needs this
they
anymore.
use for Black Frost. I really need to get some sort of C++ experience in at some point. I think what I'll have to do is just make a really super simple short game with C++ only. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do that. Because I've been kind of like in a loop with Unreal Engine blueprints for the last 7-8 years, roughly. No, I think it would. I would be scared to like start working on the Long Dark and then have to go home and then make videos on the game that I'm working on. I just feel like it wouldn't be the same. Especially if I get spoiled on any of the content that's coming up. But we do know that they're working on other games, not just Black Rust. So there's potential in being potentially the chance to work on the other game that they're working on. If they're still working on it. So yeah, you can't walk across that, right? That's all thin ice if I remember correctly. You like cats or dogs? Dogs for me. For sure. All I know is there's another fucking zombie game. Jeez. Oh man, that really got me at the Game Awards for sure. They really should have just named it another fucking zombie game. That would have been such clever marketing for the game. And honestly would have gone really hard as the name of the game. If I were given the opportunity to move to Canada, would I take it? Absolutely. Absolutely. In a heartbeat. With the way things are going in the US, absolutely. But, I don't know if that's something Hintron could help with. Because they do remote work. But I'm not sure if they do remote work in the US, though.
Thank goodness.
I'm not sure how that works. Should have made coffee. Oh well. You say it's worse in Canada? Is Canada taking Mexican immigrants and legal citizens off the streets and sending them to prison? Or worse, sending them to countries that they've never been in? I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to talk about politics here for a little bit, because no, I don't think Canada is just arresting citizens and legal immigrants, or illegal, it doesn't matter, both of them. They're literally I don't think Canada's kidnapping them and then sending them to God knows where. That does not sound like things are worse in Canada. The next Left 4 Dead, for real. Oh yeah, it's basically that game, Toxic Commando, is basically Left 4 Dead. So I'm excited for it. No, trust me. I understand that things are pretty rough in Canada, economically wise, but in the United States, we are literally on the verge of becoming 1930s Germany. And the people that they are targeting include my own kind. So it's not as bad as you think. It could always be much worse. All right, there. End of politics spiel. We don't want to go down this rabbit hole. That's why it's usually a banned topic. But when people ask me if I would go to if I would take citizenship up in Canada, I would take it in a heartbeat because of the way life is here, especially for my own people. It is not safe here for me. Every day I go on a walk is like I'm playing life or death potentially, because you never know what could happen. Like even just stepping outside of my own home. Someone comes up to you and says, "Did you play another fucking zombie game?" What would you say? Where the fuck's this rope climb? I think that would be hilarious. I would say, yeah, probably, because I probably will play it. Oh my god, what the hell? Andreas, thank you for the sub. Probably not related to the stream. Canada's too welcoming. Yeah, that's true, but that's another problem that could easily be solved by voting for the right people. What am I doing? I agree. You can't be too soft on the topic of immigration. You have to be serious about it. You have to make sure everyone that you let into a country is, you know, the right kind of person. You can't just let anyone in. That's another problem that you have to solve. That's entirely different than being too strict and also just kicking out people that you don't agree with, politically or otherwise, whether if they're legal or not. That's two different problems that we're talking about here. They may be related to the same issue, but it's two entirely different problems. I don't know why I lit this, but whatever. You never found this rope climb? Oh, it's because you have to put the rope out, obviously. Oh, we are not doing this. Hold on. I got plenty. I'll grab the ones up in the prepper cache. I think that's also a problem that Europe is having, where they're welcoming too many immigrants. But when you look at the problem that problem that's from a European perspective, what is the cause of the massive rise of immigration? There's other issues in other parts of the world that are happening. If we don't solve those problems, then we're not going to solve issues like immigration. We're not going to solve issues where immigrants come into a country unvetted and then cause all sorts of issues. But that's not inherently an issue that only happens because of immigrants. People of a specific country will also do the same things. They also commit crimes and problems. They're no one race of people is better than another. No one group of people commits less crimes than others. I think it's just the way that we view the statistics and whether if we're being told everything in an unbiased way. It changes our perspective of things, of that sort of things revolving that, that specific topic. So when the news is reporting, oh, another major mass shooting was committed because an immigrant. Well, what about all the other mass shootings that were committed by other people from your country? It's just unbiased reporting. You have to account for every issue. Otherwise, you're kind of making a problem out of thin air. I don't think that crimes are more statistically committed by immigrants. I think it's just those crimes are... This is why we don't talk about politics, you know what I mean? Because because I'm definitely not, qualified to talk about these sort of things, but also it's divisive. I think the best thing that we can all do is just be better to each other, and be better people. Whether if, your country has a rampant government trying to, transform your country and is literally taking a dump and wiping with the Constitution as we speak. Or if you have, major immigration problems or quality of life problems or financials, economics, whatever. Just, you know, be better people, I guess, to each other. And let's never talk about this sort of thing again, please. That was really uncomfortable. I did not like talking about that, but I guess we had to get that out in the open because I need to remind you guys sometimes my life is not safe right now. I am not secure in my own home country. The country I was born in, the country I was raised in, the country I have citizenship in, I am not safe in anymore. Which sucks. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need this. I think I had the antibiotics for... Let's just risk it.
My stomach.
Yep. Add that to the food poisoning counter. Number 7. I think I would choose West Coast because I heard the weather over there is pretty chill. Plus, like, with Seattle right there, Seattle's a pretty cool city from what I hear. So, like, if I were to live in Vancouver, I could just go visit Seattle right there. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I like the idea of the West, like, at least from a U.S. Perspective, the Pacific Northwest, that biome, that climate is probably the most ideal for me because I do not like being hot. I sweat very easily, so I think that would be the best place for me to live. But it's also hella expensive. If the game is early access, does it deserve the Game Award? No, I think it doesn't. It should not qualify for... Oh, no. Game Award, it can still qualify for a Game Award, like, say if it had a really good soundtrack. But for Game of the Year, I don't think it qualifies. Because it hasn't technically fully come out yet. How many hours did I sleep? 4... You call BC the California of Canada? Maybe not temperature-wise, but, you know, it's close enough. It's probably the warmest area in Canada, if I had to guess. I think what's nice about the Pacific Northwest is the ocean currents there. In that area, you get a lot of warm water coming in from the south along the coast. So, like, the rest of Canada and the U.S. could be, like, a frozen hellscape, but the Pacific Northwest is usually not as cold because you got a lot of warm water coming in from the currents. I think on the East Coast, the currents travel from north to south, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Gulf Stream goes from the Gulf of Mexico, I think, roughly, towards Europe. So they get a lot of warm weather up there because of the Gulf Stream. Otherwise, I think the UK would be, like, completely frozen solid all year. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's why... what's that movie called? The Day After Tomorrow is turning into a documentary now because it's a scarily close, you know, representation of what might actually happen with our actual world right now because of the ocean currents. They're quite literally collapsing as we speak. It's kind of scary. It's the middle of December and it was plus 17 the other day. Yeah. You're in British Columbia, I believe, right? See, that's why I would love to live out there because you can have, like, cool summers but also mild winters from what I've heard. I think the best ongoing needs to set at least I think 3 years. That's what I decided on because I that's one of the categories I did not agree with for the nominations was best ongoing. We're just getting rid of those. Ongoing game. I think an ongoing game should have been out for at least a minimum of 3 years. Because game devs could easily support a game for 2 years worth of like updates, but if it doesn't go on any longer than that, then it technically isn't ongoing. Helldivers 2 has only been out for 2 years, I think. I don't think that should qualify for ongoing. It can qualify for multiplayer, but I don't think it qualifies as ongoing. Not like Cyberpunk 2077 or Fortnite or trying to think, Halo Master Chief Collection. I think should also qualify for that sort of thing because it's an ongoing, you know, platform for a game, I guess, for multiple games, and it was still getting updates until recently. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 should have been nominated for that. I don't know if it was. And No Man's Sky, yeah. No Man's Sky is an ongoing multiplayer game, or just ongoing game. Those are the games, the ones that have been around for a while, that should be nominated for each year. Technically, Destiny 2 would qualify for that sort of award, but Destiny 2 is not looking good nowadays. But yeah, I really did not agree with the ongoing category with the nominations, because some of them didn't seem like they should actually qualify. Thank you for pivoting the conversation to this, actually. I much rather talk about this. Oh boy, that's a breath of fresh air right there. Talking about something that we can all agree on or disagree on and still move on with our day. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 shouldn't be on that list. The game hasn't had an update since April. And I'm pretty sure that that's its last update. The April update, patch 9, was the final update. So I don't think it should have been in the category to begin with. Good thing it didn't win, because I'm pretty sure that went to... Was that Fortnite? I don't think it was. Oh. Was it No Man's Sky? I think it was No Man's Sky. I don't remember. I think they won an award, right? I hope they did. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, no. Baldur's Gate 3 should not have qualified for that category. It's not like they were making more content for the game, right? Were they adding more content over the last 2 years that the game has been out? No, I did not. I haven't touched Minecraft, Daniel. Right after we met earlier, I made dinner, then showered, then the stream started. I did not have time to look at Minecraft again after that. The fact that Claire Obscure 33 didn't... Claire Obscure... That's a bear up ahead. Expedition 2023. Just say Claire Obscure, because there's only one Claire Obscure game. By the way, the franchise is called Claire Obscure. Expedition 33 is just the subtitle. Yeah. Content Creator of the Year? What do you mean? Wait. Is there a content creator called Claire 33? Where is this bear's den? How is this bear up here? Hello? Oh, is it right there? Oh. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Where the hell does this bear sleep? Because I see the footprints. But its footprints don't really go past the parking lot here. There is a cave nearby, or I think it's not even a cave. It's like, I don't know. Too low. What? Should I watch It? It's like the clown movie, It? I don't know. Do you like horror movies? Bitch, I can't. In the corner of that big square area? Is there a den right here? Okay, well. That takes care of that. There really isn't a den here. So I don't know where the hell this bear sleeps. I think there's like a... Hold on. Yeah, down that way there to the left of those trees right there. There's like a little pathway or whatever. I think that's where the den is. Do it. Watch it. Sure. I've only seen the original. Yeah, so you were talking about Claire Obscure. Claire Obscure, why would a game win Content Creator of the Year? That's not how that reward works. Alright, where's this revolver? Found it. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we don't need that revolver. We're gonna use this one. Another fucking zombie. I need to go. Okay, Bellamy, thank you so much for joining. Have a good night. Bye. Do you think the zombie genre is going a bit stale? Also, thank you for joining, Daniel. Other Daniel. I guess we have two of them here now. No, because like zombie games, they're not that common anymore. At least not like major games that are announced. I don't think so. Yeah, that covers the whole damn region. What the hell? Damn near the whole thing. There's just a small bit of it here, and that's it. Alright, we're done with Bleak Inlet. Let's get back to Mystery Lake. Something weird going on with the snow pattern. I don't like it. Maybe it has something to do with the rabbits. Run, little rabbit, run. Ooh. No, I don't think so. Cause like, when was the last big major zombie game announced? I'm trying to think. I think it might have been Dying Light: The Beast, which is like a spin-off game technically, but it's a more direct sequel to the first game. Yeah, the early 2010s was zombie games central. It was. That's when zombie games took over gaming for a little bit. Definitely when they were like, you know, too many zombie games. Now, I think we're kind of like on a downslope in terms of zombie games, but like any cool or interesting looking zombie game is usually welcome. I mean, the one that we got announced
Could use this.
is literally like, I think, a spiritual successor to the World War Z game, which apparently was pretty good. How's this? So like, yeah, and that's technically a spiritual successor, kind of ish, loose, to Left 4 Dead. So like, another Left 4 Dead style zombie game, that's fine with me. Nothing's gonna replace Left 4 Dead 2, but if we can have another zombie-like game in that genre, then why not?
Could end up being useful.
Alara, welcome. How are you doing? Unmarked bear spawn. So it doesn't have a den. Poor little bear. Where does Mackinac go? It goes in this slot. Is this the best option for outer torso?
Think almost anything about now.
Without crafting? Honestly, one like subgenre of the zombies genre that hasn't really been tapped is the Call of Duty formula. Why hasn't anyone made a Call of Duty like game? Or Call of Duty Zombies like game? Why has no one attempted to make essentially just Call of Duty Zombies but its own game? I guess original, I guess. Don't copy it literally. But like the formula from that game mode. Why has no one made that yet? It's so weird because that's so much untapped potential right there. Yeah, World War Z feels like it's the last major like zombies franchise that was announced, and that was already well past the height of the zombie craze. Oh, trash can potato, love those. All right, we're leaving. I mean, I think the three biggest franchises in the zombies genre, I guess, Last of Us, Dying Light, and the Left 4 Dead subgenre, I guess, because we have a couple of those. We got Left 4 Dead still, Back 4 Blood, and World War Z, and now Toxic Commando. I think those are definitely the biggest ones. I really can't think of any other games besides like the ones that are ongoing, like DayZ. No. We don't need to reload that. Like DayZ's ongoing. Honestly, DayZ should be getting an ongoing reward because that game is ongoing. It's been in active development for 12 years now, and it's been done for like 6 of those years, 7 of those years, I think. So I don't know why DayZ isn't getting nominated. Because that's a pretty solid game. And it's still getting content. They can't strike down a game, an original game made in the same formula as theirs. They don't own the mechanics of COD Zombies style gameplay. They can't do that. Unless they're Nintendo and then they get brought back to court to unfuck the situation that the US court system created. You can't copyright mechanics. You can't just say Call of Duty's style zombies only belongs to Activision. That's not how that works. Someone could make a game with the same formula, with their own original, you know, it doesn't even have to be zombies. It could be something else. It could be their their own remade assets and animations and everything, characters, story, whatever. They could do that, but no one has done it. I don't know why. At least no one that's been like mainstream or you've actually heard of the game. As far as I know, no one has ever attempted to do that. And I guarantee you they don't own those mechanics, because you just can't do that. You can't own gameplay mechanics. Again, ignoring the stupid situation that the US court system has created, the patent system, with the Nintendo Power World lawsuit. I think that's honestly just a huge failure of the current patent system in the US. In Japan, they didn't win, so hopefully they get hopefully it gets reversed here in the US. Quite a few games that do a really good job supporting and updating the games. I agree. It's a crowded category. Yeah, but I don't understand why. I think it was before you joined. We were talking about the ongoing game category. I disagree. I don't know if it was nominated, but I disagree for games like Helldivers 2 and Baldur's Gate 2 or 3, I guess, should not have been nominated. I don't know if Baldur's Gate 3 was. But they shouldn't qualify because those games are not old enough. And in the case of Baldur's Gate 3, technically not even releasing new content or updates or anything like that or support. So, like, I think the biggest problem that the Game Awards right now is facing, in my opinion, is they need to thoroughly define each of the categories and make sure that all of the games that are loosely fit into those categories actually follow the rules. So like they have to be, for ongoing, has to be X number of years that the game has been out. And also it actually has to have released content on multiple occasions throughout the last year. I think they just need to redefine all the categories and make sure that they're as well written as possible, so that you don't have a game that's in a million different categories somehow, like Claire Obscure. Not saying that it didn't deserve its awards, but the fact that it fits so well into so many different categories, the fact that it could win Indie Game of the Year and also Game of the Year. And also, it looks nothing like an indie game. Again, they just need to either make new categories or redefine the categories that are currently in existence. I think they do need to make new categories for indie games. because there's a drastic difference between an indie game company like Sandfall, I believe, which made Clear Obscure, and Concerned Ape, which is just one person. And also the game fidelity is just so different between those type of games. I think they just need a new category for or a couple different categories. A category for solo indie devs, a category for small teams, like a handful of people, and then a category for everyone else. So like the people that make Stardew Valley can have their own category separate from Clear Obscure. That way they don't literally sweep all of the rewards. Because you can't, not every game could fit in that. When it comes to everything above indie, it's kind of hard to justify a AA game and then a AAA game. I think you just gotta lump it all into one game reward category. And honestly, let's be honest, it's very rare for a AAA game to win a game award nowadays. The last 2 years have gone to indie games, technically. The year before that was a AA game, which was Larian and Baldur's Gate 3. So, yeah. I can't imagine a AAA game beating out a lot of the indies that are coming out nowadays. If I remember correctly, years ago, they had categories for male and female voice actors, and I kind of understand why they condensed it down to one singular category. But, and also, yeah, one game had 3 entries for the voice actors, for the voice roles, essentially. I think there needs to be a rule about that, where it has to be, you have to have a minimum number of games for each category. Like, it's weird that the Game Award, or the Game of the Year award, has how many games in it? 6? But all the other categories, it's 5? I think there should be a minimum of 5 games per category. So if there's multiple entries for voice over role of the year for one game, like say Clear Obscure, I think they have to at least nominate 4 other games. So, yeah, the voice role, there was 3 nominations for Clear Obscure, and then there was 2 other. Was it 2 other games or 3 other games? I don't remember. Oh, Astro. When did Astrobot win? Was that last year? Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, that game. Everything I heard about that game was very positive. Sounded like it deserved it. Yeah, I think just to end that conversation about the Game Awards, we've talked about this multiple times now. I think they just need to make well-defined rules, make new categories, and maybe have a contingency plan if a game starts to sweep all the categories, or not sweep, but like a game gets nominated for basically every category, every major category. They need to have some sort of like backup plan for that sort of thing, because that shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Might as well bring some food. I say that and I have a lot of food. Never mind, ignore me. Yeah, Astrobot winning was basically just every game franchise winning. At least the ones that were in the game. What time is it? 7:30? 7:28? Whatever. I will definitely be ending the stream here soon, because I am tired. get back to camp office. And then I guess maybe not even camp office. Let's just get to the first shelter in Coastal Highway, because that's the next region I was going to go to anyways. We can hit up Coastal Highway and Desolation Point next stream. And then after that, Black Rock, and then finish it up in Mystery Lake, which we're basically done. We just need to find that other, or we need to map the other Polaroid. The other vista.
The boardwalk still smells like popcorn, and the back
Before
alley
I
still
leave,
stinks like piss.
Let me... Oh, yeah, we can discard them. Okay. Do I want the Aurora one? I kind of want the Aurora one. And then this is the one we don't need. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, we got both of them. We mapped the one vista in the region. There's only one vista, right? Yeah, because we went to all four Polaroid spawn points, and there was only one vista. Or Polaroid. We are done here. We can leave. Yay! Stupid bleak inlet. Hopefully, we should be able to do Coastal and Desolation Point in one stream, or at least most of both of those regions. If you're interested, any zombie game, there. Hold on. If you are interested in any zombie game, there's one game called. Hold on. Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Hear about it? Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. No, I don't think so. So I was trying to decipher what you were saying. I've gotten better at it because of Castle. Thanks, Castle. Evil Dead game. Is that a zombie game? I don't really know. I think so. But no, I haven't played the Evil Dead game. There was a mobile game at the Game Awards, and it was an anime horse game one. Yeah, what was that one called? I don't even know the name of the game, but I've seen some clips of it, and it's pretty silly. That's hilarious. I think that was announced before the show, right? I think so. Also, why did they announce oh my god. This is such a blunder that I don't think a lot of people have been talking about. Maybe I've seen a few people talk about it. First of all, why are we announcing Indie Game of the Year before the show? And they don't even give them, like, a chance to come up and accept the award and, you know, have a little speech. The last two Game of the Years have gone to indie games. I feel like Indie Game Award should be more prioritized than most of the other awards. Like, I don't give a shit about Content Creator of the Year or Esports Team of the Year. Shove that to the front of the show. They don't need to come up to the stage and accept the award. Like, Indie Game of the Year is more important. Second, oh, hold on. We need a coffee. Not a coffee. Second, they announced Indie Game of the Year, and it was fucking Claire Obscure, meaning the rest of the show was kind of pointless because they had already announced Game of the Year. Why did they do that? That was the stupidest blunder I've seen in terms of Game Awards blunders. Why would they announce Indie Game of the Year at the top of the show? It's not even part of the main show, and it was Claire Obscure. Why? That is so stupid. They basically just blurted out, oh, they won Game of the Year, by the way. Because if you win Indie Game of the Year and you're also nominated for Game of the Year, what do you think is going to happen for the Game of the Year award? It's going to go to the indie game that won Indie Game of the Year. So stupid. Whoever thought of that should have been shot into the sun. Sorry, Jeff, if it was Jeff, but it was probably Jeff. But yeah, honestly, they need to move the indie game category up ahead. It should be part of the main show. And it should not be one of those awards that they just announce and that's it. I think at this point we've learned that indie games are honestly the future of the games industry, which is really fucking sad. And we should be prioritizing celebrating those games more than anything.
Wake up again.
Not to say that we shouldn't celebrate AAAs that actually do well, but the indie game scene is kind of blowing up right now. Prioritize those. Did you know at the beginning that Claire Obscure was winning Game of the Year? Yeah, pretty much everyone knew that, but I guess not a lot of people realized it. I think a lot of people went in before the show knowing it's going to win Game of the Year. But we did not foresee that the Game Awards would basically just announce Game of the Year at the start of the show. Also, it was even more obvious because I think Hades and Silksong were also on Indie Game of the Year. And they were also on Game of the Year as well. So if those two games didn't win Game of the Year, then obviously... if those two didn't win Indie Game of the Year, they weren't going to beat Claire Obscure for Game of the Year. It was Claire Obscure. What were the other options? Honestly, I don't even remember. To me, it was just those three games. I don't even remember what the other three games were. Way more dynamic. There's only like 2 AAAs. Yeah, at least 2 AAAs and a bunch of indies. At least that's what it feels like for the last few years. I'm gonna sleep here a little bit. I went the right way, right? Yeah. I don't think Dispatch was... No, Dispatch was, did get a nomination. But the thing is, Dispatch didn't fully release until after the cutoff date. So I think it did not qualify for a specific category. I can't remember what it was. Silksong won something. I think Silksong and Hades won something at the very least. They definitely deserved it. I just don't remember what they were. Toasty, what's toaster strudels? Daniel, you're asking me what a toaster strudel is? Didn't we already have this conversation before? It's basically just a Pop-Tart, but it's soft. It's just a soft Pop-Tart. It's a limp Pop-Tart. Oh, God. I'm going to bill collector hell for that. Yeah, it's just like a Pop-Tart, but instead of, like, the hard dough, it's made of, like... I think it's called phyllo dough. It's like the buttered, layered dough. I don't know why you're asking me. You have the internet. You have access to the internet. Isn't there an indie game awards? I think there's an indie game award as well. I just don't know who hosts it. It's definitely not Jeff Keighley. I know they have one at IGF, but it's like IGF? Not IGF. What's IG? What am I thinking? IGF. Indie Games Festival. Yeah, there we go. I think they have their own probably. I was thinking of GDC because I was there for 1 year, not nominated, but I witnessed one of the GDC Game Awards. But it's usually, I think it's usually the indies. I don't really know. It might be like an Indie Game Awards or something like that. They need to. This year's flute guy was just... You're all about the flute guy. Jeez. Like, relax. Is this the second year we've had a flute guy? The first time was like years ago. I think it was for Sekiro, right? I think it was for Sekiro. They had a flute guy. What was for that or something else? I don't remember. They had a flute guy and people were like shitting all over him because it was a white guy playing a traditional Japanese instrument, but like the guy spent his whole goddamn life learning the instrument, so they were saying it was something about cultural appropriation, but like shut up, I guess. Who cares? The guy was pretty cool. He did a very good job with that performance. It was Sekiro or something else. I do not remember, but it was years ago. I wish that was the transition zone. Steam really doesn't have a true Game Awards. They don't actually give out awards, do they? They just like announce it and then they like it's like a marketing stunt basically. That's all it is. It's just PR for the game that wins, and then they put it next to the game when the game wins, so that people see, oh, it won a Steam Game Award. I might buy it. That's all it is. It's just a PR marketing stunt essentially for the game. Like, I don't think they have an actual televised or streamed event or anything like that. You know what my game of the year went to? For the games that I did play? Well, technically only... I don't remember how many of the games that I played were on the list, but mine went to Slime Rancher 2 because realistically that was the only new game that came out this year that I actually played. So it was the only one that felt right. But it honestly deserves it. It's a very good game. At least of the games that I played and that were nominated. He deserves it. I gotta be careful here. Oh. So scary. Oh my god, please don't. Please don't do that again. Stop. Why would you do that? I almost shat myself a third time today. There was a trumpet girl that did amazing when I was watching my favorite band play in Amsterdam. Oh, that's cool. They should make a flute guy of the year category. That's hilarious. No, I'm not gonna fall. That would be a 75-day waste of time. 65-day, I think. Waste of a run. Okay, we're in Coastal. Let me open up the map for Coastal. I can't believe I'm saying that. Where is map of Coastal? I thought I had it downloaded. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have Desolation Point. Hello? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of spots for this thing. Oh, interesting. They're all on one side of the map. Why? Well, let's hit up the one that I can, Actually, no, we could probably hit up the first two, and there's only 4 of them, because there's only one vista. So close to be perfectly timed. No, it's pretty close. I shat myself at the very least. Did it save? Did what save? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm getting old and tired. I know you aren't crazy about streamer awards, but they should make a streamer W award to promote positive behavior. I agree. There definitely are categories like that for like the streamies or whatever. Like, I think there's one for like, there's got to be one for family friendly, right? Family friendly content creator or whatever. Or I don't know. Yeah, I kind of agree. There should be one category for like a content creator that made the internet a little bit better with their positive thinking and their you know, their personality, their words of wisdom, whatever you want to say. Just making the content creation world a little more brighter, more positive. Not saying that content creators don't do that already. If you're watching someone that wouldn't qualify for that sort of thing, maybe you shouldn't be watching them. Because I don't know why you would watch someone that basically makes the world worse. That just sounds like you're punishing
I
yourself.
think I can use this.
Okay. No, I have three. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to those blue flares for obvious reasons. BlackRock. What? It's only fair I watch Trumpet Girl. How do I watch Trumpet Girl? Post a clip of Trumpet Girl in the Discord. Oh, I can only repair one? I want to die. In game. I know you don't care about big hunter creators, but when Charlie won, he was so disappointed. Why was he disappointed? You know what? I'm just happy that Asmongold didn't win because, honestly,
This will come in handy.
he doesn't deserve it. I don't even know why he's famous. Because, like, everything I hear about him is just, like, he's, like, the worst human being possible on the internet. He's, people like him, at least from what I hear, allegedly. I'm just leaving this behind. I don't need that. He's the kind of person that, to me, allegedly, all this is alleged because I don't want to get sued. But every time he comes across on like Reddit, he always just seems like an asshole and has really shitty takes on everything. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all everything I see about him on Reddit is just he's like the worst. I don't even know how he's famous. Maybe at one point he was like a cool guy. I don't know. These are not my opinions. It's just what I see on Reddit. Please don't sue. Because he didn't want to win it. Can't you rescind your nomination? Can't you just say, "Oh, we don't want to be up for this award"? Didn't a game company do that this year? There was an indie studio that was, I think it was they were up for debut release or whatever, and they rescinded their nomination because they technically it wasn't their debut game, I guess, or whatever. I think he can just do that. He could just tell the Game Awards to take himself off the nomination, essentially. Reddit just hates everyone. That's true, I guess. I think he frequently comes up on the Twitch fails subreddit, and every time he appears, it just looks and sounds like the worst person ever, just based off of his opinions and all that. I'm a Carnage stan. Sorry if I mispronounced that. He's just the best man. Good vibes all the time. That's good to know. I just don't watch content creators in the traditional sense. Like, if Achievement Hunter were still around, I'd be watching them, but they're, you know, no longer with us. Rest in peace, Achievement Hunter. The members aren't dead. The company's super dead, though. Well, Rooster Teeth is back, but I don't think that means the Achievement Hunter brand is, you know, has been purchased. I don't think anything has been purchased other than the brand, the name Rooster Teeth. and the building or whatever. Because the video where Bernie announced that Rooster Teeth was back, he goes back to their old building. I think he literally just bought the name rights and the building, and that's it. But I don't know why he would want a building if everyone's already like long gone and got new jobs. I seriously doubt no one's coming back to Rooster Teeth, even if it's back, because it's been way too long and everyone's already gotten a new job. I would love it if Achievement Hunter came back, but honestly, even before the company went under, Achievement Hunter was already kind of dead. YouTube kind of just killed Achievement Hunter slowly over the last 5 years. Because the algorithm just does not favor the kind of content they used to make. And the fan base did not like the content they had to make because of the algorithm kind of forcing them to make it. Which sucks. Has always been kind of toxic, but back when he was a WoW streamer, he was kind of the charm. Got it. So definitely changed, I guess. I don't know Rooster Teeth. How do you not know Rooster Teeth? Red versus Blue, Ruby, Achievement Hunter. Come on. Oh, they were so good back in the day. Like, their height was definitely before the pandemic, and the pandemic was like kind of the first nail in the coffin, because you know everyone had to work at home, so they couldn't make certain types of content. And that's when like TikTok was blowing up, and so the YouTube algorithm started changing. The kind of content that Rooster Teeth started to have to make was rough. It really wasn't good. The views were just plummeting. And if they made the old style of content that they used to make, then it would not do well because the algorithm didn't like it, which is really unfortunate. So Rooster Teeth was just kind of in a death spiral from what I could tell for like the better part of 4 or 5 years. I think their peak was definitely before 2020, I guess. But the golden days were back in the early 2010s. Oh my god, Achievement Hunter, Minecraft, and GTA 5 videos were peak childhood for me. Childhood. I guess I was in high school / college, but yeah, that was my high school and college tradition. Achievement Hunter, Minecraft, and GTA 5. And then eventually they started doing Gary's mod? Christ. Gary's mod as well. Those were the days. I miss them so much, but I definitely feel some nostalgia for it, so I gotta watch some of their older videos.
Stuff will come in handy.
For sure, at least the ones without, you know who with. If you don't know Rooster Teeth, you won't know who I'm talking about, so it's fine. It doesn't matter, because that person doesn't matter. Yeah, they never made a TikTok account from what I understand. They just made the type of content that TikTok was kind of forcing on other platforms because every platform had to copy TikTok.
That'll come in handy.
Not saying that TikTok wouldn't have been a bad idea. The hell? For them to make, because it could have been a supplemental thing they could have done. Because for a company that had such a long history before, they could have like just posted old content on a TikTok account to sort of advertise, I guess, the actual main content. It could have been good for marketing, essentially, but it didn't have it. That doesn't take a lot of effort. That takes one person that could find the older clips from their older videos, clip them down, cut them down, edit them, and upload them to a TikTok account. That's one employee. And that might not even be their full day of work. Like, a TikTok account can be helpful, but it definitely shouldn't be the priority. But when it came to 2020, I mean, they were kind of forced to do that sort of content because YouTube was just going down the shitter as well. Have I boned myself? No. Maybe? No. Okay. I think I went back. What happened to them? To Rooster Teeth? Oh, the company went under. Like, last July? Not the one that just passed, the one before. Also, they were owned by Warner Brothers. So that's all you need to know for why Rooster Teeth went under. That and the fact that YouTube just kind of slowly killed it. Warner Brothers is in such a terrible position right now.
Hey, Mackenzie, you look like shit.
So obviously at some point Rooster Teeth just had to be let go. They had to trim the fat because Warner Brothers is just
That
being
pisses me off.
ran into the ground right now. I don't even know why anyone would want to buy Warner Brothers other than for DC. I don't even know what else they own. I'm pretty sure Dying Light is under Warner Bros. So I hope that whenever they get sold, I hope that turns out well for Techland. No corpse. Okay. Well. Okay, we can go to the third Polaroid spot. And then after that, we got to get to a shelter, which should be right up ahead. But I'll end the stream after I hit up the third Polaroid spot. If it's not there, we got to go to Jackrabbit Island for the fourth and final spot. Yeah, they're currently being bought. I don't know how Warner Bros. Is worth $80 billion. Billion, by the way. Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes. Yeah, but are those still making money? Are they still making money off of Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo? I think the value is just being inflated because they're massive franchises. Legacy franchises. But, like, I guess it's just, like, potential value? I don't know. It seems kind of shady. How the hell is Warner Bros. Worth $80 billion? But they couldn't even afford to operate a company that was hemorrhaging money. And I don't think it was hemorrhaging billions of dollars. I don't think Rooster Teeth was that big. It was definitely in the tens of millions a year. I think they could have afforded to do that. It definitely seems like they're just overvaluing the company.
There's got to be something useful in here.
Just to buy it. Because imagine if Netflix bought DC. They would instantly get access to all the DC content from over time. All the movies, TV shows, cartoons, and all that. Looney Tunes and also Scooby-Doo. All of that is now on Netflix. That would be incredible value. It's potential value. And then they could obviously make more content around that. Also, all the Rooster Teeth stuff that didn't get bought by Bernie, who now owns Rooster Teeth. Any brand that hasn't been sold, I believe Ruby is still owned by Warner Bros. I don't know about Red vs. Blue. All of that will then go on Netflix. All the old Rooster Teeth content can go on Netflix. Funhouse, Achievement Hunter, all the old podcasts will go on Netflix. That's a lot of money for content that for a company that doesn't even exist anymore. Technically, the old Rooster Teeth. Those employees would not even get any of that revenue, which would be the worst part. Nope, nothing here. This is another Polaroid spot, apparently. I think there should be a body or something like that. I think they're just overinflating the value of Warner Bros. Just to potentially let a purchase go through. They're not even interested in keeping the gaming section. So yeah, I guess the opposite of a merger, a demerger. They would buy one part and the other part goes independent. Makes sense. Or I guess the current owners of Warner Bros. Keeps the gaming division. I mean, like, it makes sense. Netflix went into the gaming industry for a little bit, but like, they made, how many games did they make? Like 2 games? They like made the Minecraft story mode games. And I think The Walking Dead. I think they made the final season happen somehow. I don't know. The Telltale one. Have they made anything else? I don't think so. Anyways. So they're just milking a dead cow. Yeah, that's what would happen. Any Rooster Teeth content that Warner Bros. Would own, that would get put on Netflix, and that content hasn't, you know, they haven't been making that content for over a year, 2 years at this point. Like as soon as the purchase goes through, so any employee that made that content wouldn't get any money. They wouldn't get any residuals because they don't own it. They'd be milking a literal dead cow.
Hope I can still eat this.
Oh, I guarantee this is still food poisoning, but we're gonna eat it. Anyways, I'm ending the stream here. I'm enjoying the conversation. It's definitely better than the one we had earlier. But I want to end the stream because I'm tired. I want to just drink my broth in peace. And we only have one more Polaroid spot to check in this region, and then we can map the vista, and then we head over to Desolation Point. I think we'll probably have like 2 more parts to this. I can see that being the case. Yeah, we could probably hit up. We can finish Coastal next stream. Do all of Desolation Point. Super. Actually, there's no. Oh right, there's no Polaroid over there. There's no Vista over there. So we just need to take the pictures. Okay. What are the? Ooh. What are the pictures we need to take here? It's definitely got to be Quonset, right? And then something else. There aren't a lot of iconic locations in this region other than Quonset. Misanthrope's Homestead Docks. Okay. Got it. So Sutherland's Docks. Okay. That's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm going to save. This week's been a little weird, obviously. So we'll do... I gotta figure out what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest. Because today's stream was supposed to happen tomorrow. Today was supposed to be Minecraft, but as I explained earlier, Minecraft just doesn't work for me for some reason right now. Sunday is Fallout 76, I know that for sure. So I think we'll do... What can I do that's easy to set up and not stressful? Slime Rancher 2? I guess? There we go. We'll do Slime Rancher 2 tomorrow. It's been a hot minute. Okay. I will see you tomorrow for some Slime Rancher 2, I guess. The Long Dark will come back on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Go check out the Raft lore video that came out the other day. Or any of the lore shorts for the Long Dark. There's been a couple lately. Yeah. I think that's it. Alright. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.